It's the Benz Punani womanist. Baby boys, baby girls, you need to hear this. You sit down, receive this realness. Make sure your cup's ready for the tea, we are go sip it, yo. Hard times calling for your long shorts. You might learn something you never know. Collect you fine, and she's one of a kind. Don't say you're mine, say you're mine.
It's me, the baby girl, the baby girl. Hey, me, the baby girl. Drop it down, drop it down, drop it. Get it with it, get it, get it. I really, I shouldn't be moving so much because my head feels really heavy and like there's cotton wool in it. God. Anyway, hi patrons, happy new week. Hope you're well. Let's get back into the cards then. So I spoke about the 10 of Swords and being absolutely exhausted, and a message from the angels being like, but we're here to help and you just don't seem to want us to help you. Why? Let us carry some of that load. Tell us what you need us to do in order to ease the load off you. That's what we're literally here for. Like, you're not making use of us. Like, we're ready to do all of the things. And I feel like part of the exhaustion, because I think that this is specific to a patron, part of your exhaustion comes from the fact that, like we spoke about son daughter and giving love to people who aren't giving you love back. Part of your exhaustion comes from the relationship that you're in. Baby boy, baby girl, baby non-binary. Let me tell you from now, you do not have to work to make somebody love you. You don't. The motherfucker is, you'll do all of this stuff and it will never be enough. Why? Because they are not enough for themselves. So nobody else will ever be enough. So you're doing all of this stuff. You're grinding yourself into the ground. Like, you're exhausted mentally from trying to think ahead for what they would like, what they want to eat, what they want from you in the future that you want to see with them and all of that. And I feel like spirit guides are here saying, that ain't it. That ain't the one. This person that you're doing all of this for isn't even the one. You might not get rid of them straight away. That's fine. But you need to understand that eventually they need to go, or they need to fix up. That might be another one. They need to fix up and actually start reciprocating what it is that you're giving. They need to be giving to you as much as you're giving to them, because at the moment you are essentially this figure. You're pouring into both cups. You're the one pouring into their cup and your cup. There's only so much you can pour. There's only so much you can do. Allow yourself to be spiritually guided, and to find that mental and spiritual fortitude to know that you're fine alone, like you're great alone. There's no being in a relationship doesn't legitimize your existence. Like, you are legitimate and you are valid even when you're not in a relationship. Don't let all these Instagram accounts fool you and be like, you need a relationship to be able to do vacation and do this and do that. Don't come and shook your head into something that's not your own. Don't do it to yourself. The relationship, if someone cares about you, they'll show it. People talk about love. Love is a doing word. People who love you will always show you that they love you. If they're not showing it to you, then probably it's not there. Probably it's not there. And there's nothing that you can do to make it be there. That comes from them. And like it said in the Black Angel deck of cards, unconditional love doesn't mean love under any condition. You don't have to accept bullshit just because you want to be in a relationship. For fucking what? But you're only making yourself miserable and you're only wasting your own life. Your life is so precious. We don't even know how long we've got on this earth. Your life is so precious. Why are you spending it being miserable and insecure over someone who relishes the fact that you give so much and they have to give so little? Like, they're comfortable with that. It's convenient. Fuck that and fuck them. So I definitely think it's a message for one of my patrons. I didn't want to say it on the main podcast because I said I feel like it's very, very specific. But you need someone who's going to put into your cup as much as you're putting into theirs. And you're not going to run yourself down. Don't run yourself down and give yourself hypertension or start giving yourself mental illnesses or having mental illnesses exacerbated because you're trying to please someone who can't really be pleased. So that's that. Let's get into Botham Jean. Rest in peace, Botham Jean, who was killed by a police officer called Amber Geiger, or is it Geiger? I don't even know. She's just an idiot. It says here that the police are clearly trying to smear him, and it makes me sad because I feel like it's exactly what happened with the Stephen Lawrence murder, in that instead of you, man, to go and find out who killed Stephen Lawrence, you're there busying yourself trying to smear his entire family because, as far as you're concerned, Black lives don't matter, and then you can do what you want. You can treat us how you want. Because as Black people, we are inherently criminal, and that is what you want to put forward, instead of just accepting the fact that this person was killed by an evil, nasty person, and that's what needs to be dealt with. They say that the policewoman thought that she was entering her own flat, and that's why she shot him. That doesn't even make any sense, because would your keys not work in your own flat? Would your keys not work to open the front door of your own flat? But the keys didn't work, so it's clearly not yours. And neighbors, witnesses have said that they heard her screaming, open the door, open the fucking door, because she wanted to kill him. And apparently she was drunk or upset or whatever. And then she went and shot him and killed him. But instead of focusing on that, you've asked for a search warrant. Notice that they asked for a search warrant in order to be able to go into his apartment and search these things and then find weed, which I just think is questionable. They're always finding things on Black people that weren't there before they killed the Black person. And I feel like it's a cult. Like, the police stick together. They're not going to let her go down for this, or they're not going to let her go down for this easy. So they're out here planting things. And even if you found weed in his flat, so fucking what? So fucking what? He smokes weed. Doesn't every other white person smoke weed? So what's the big issue? So now because he smoked weed, he's a bad person and he deserved to die. What? Someone put up a video of both of them doing a sermon at a church service, and I thought you guys could have put that video up about him, but you didn't. Instead, you asked for a search warrant to find a reason, basically, why he deserved to die. And that is why I'm sick to my stomach. And I think that the police force, whether it's here, whether it's anywhere else in the world, is absolute bullshit. And this shit cannot continue to run. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. So, the Dallas mayor has said that Botham Jean, who was killed in his flat, is a model citizen. Even if he wasn't, I'm always trying to stress that, even if he wasn't, he did not deserve to be killed. That's how I see it. So it says here, Dallas police have been accused of smear tactics after court documents revealed marijuana was found in a man's flat where he was shot dead by an off-duty police officer. Lawyers for 26-year-old Botham Jean said police were trying to criminalize the victim, which is true. Officer Amber Geiger, that's her name, who shot him, says she mistook his apartment for her own and thought he was an intruder. But aren't you the intruder? Because you didn't have keys for your own fucking flat, you dickhead. She has been charged with manslaughter and has been released on bail. You've released her on bail for what exactly? So she can go and mistake someone else's flat and go and kill them too. It's just, white privilege is so mad to me. It's so mad to me that she shot somebody dead, and yet you have allowed her to be out on bail. So what, she can kill more people? Mad thing. A search was conducted at Mr. Jean's apartment after the deadly shooting. Court documents released on Thursday showed that police had found a small amount of marijuana at the property, along with other items such as a lunchbox and a laptop. Lawyer Lee Merritt, who represents the family of Botham Jean, said this showed investigators were trying to discredit the victim. They immediately began to look to smear him. Civil rights groups and activists have been outraged by the news. Many were so angered by a tweet from a local affiliate of the conservative-leaning Fox News. Several asked why the discovery of drugs was relevant to the case. And that's it. Fox News 4, also known as Fox News, fucking idiots, they were very, very quick to be like, but we found weed in his apartment. So the police have found weed in his apartment of the man who was shot. I don't even see how 2 + 2 = 4. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? You found weed and what? You could have found motherfucking cocaine. You could have found meth. You could have found whatever the fuck. That doesn't mean that he deserved to be killed in his own house. He didn't deserve to be killed anywhere, but he didn't deserve to be killed in his own flat when he's just there minding his fucking business. So then tell me, where can black people exist where they're safe. If they're not even safe in their own homes, because one stupid white bitch is going to come through the door with her gun and just start popping shots. Mad. Absolutely mad. My thoughts go out to Botham Jean's family, because I don't know how much trauma we're meant to take, how much more trauma we're meant to take as a collective, because it's ridiculous. And I will be very, very interested to see how this case goes along. But we already see what's happening when you're trying to discredit a dead man. You're trying to discredit a dead man. Why did you need a warrant to search his flat? He's dead. Why did you need a warrant? Because you're all mad. You're all mad across the world in this institution that you find yourselves in as this police authority. You're all mad and you just have nobody to tell you. But that's why I'm here, to let you know that you're extremely mad. Your entire police department is mad. All of you can go and suck your mums. Blue, white, Nino, go and suck your mums, you pricks. But anyway, yes. That's it for this week. Thank you, patrons. I appreciate you all greatly, and I'll have more news for you about the affirmation cards soon enough. Peace.
It's the Benz Brunani womanist, baby boys, baby girls, you need to hear this. Sit down, receive this realness. Make sure your cup's ready for the tea, we are go sip it, yo. Hard time scrolling for your long throats. You might learn something you never know. Collect you fine, and she's one of a kind. Don't say you're mine, say you're mine.